Yeah.
Those chairs making some interesting noise.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
I'm assuming Jen.
I'm assuming maybe Jen or maybe Joe. Whoever's it. Hello. Okay. 6:37. We're gonna call the meeting to order. I'm still trying to get connected to the interwebs. So we'll see if that works. So first item on our agenda was just public comment. There is a whole lot of nobody here in person.
Right.
Anybody online interested in making a comment? Okay, hearing none, then we're gonna move right along. Approval of the minutes from the August 27th regular meeting. Emily shared those all out. Any discussion
I don't think so.
about those meeting minutes? Okay, then can I get a motion?
So moved?
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So motion passes unanimously.
I should not be sitting with the microphone.
Oh, it's down in front of it. Okay. And actually, just because Emily is not here, she has a work meeting. Can you just jot down? Yeah. So who made the motion? Dave, was that you?
Yeah, it was me.
Did you second? Or
I
did you
typed
say?
down mine, I would probably look at the same time.
Perfect, okay, and then motion passed unanimously. My computer still won't connect to the internet in here, which is awesome. Okay, so we're good there. Second was just, a discussion just to kind of check in at our last meeting. It was literally the very, very, very first day of the before and after care program. And Nicole, at that point, you had survived day one, which was fantastic.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, is he here? Okay, perfect. Thank you. I should have left the door open for one more.
I didn't realize.
I didn't either. So just kind of wanting to hear a little bit about how things have gone now that we're beyond day one for the before and after care program. Mike, while Nicole is letting Craig in, anything you wanna say about how before and after care is going? Cause you're living it too.
Yeah, I think it's been going pretty well. Definitely getting a solid core staff going now. Well, and I are getting a little bit more time to schedule daily activities. So it's pretty well structured. I think overall it's been great.
Awesome.
Good.
I'd love to hear
Did
that.
you give numbers?
Not
No.
yet.
Okay.
You wanna give
Yeah.
us numbers?
So we have 70 signed up for aftercare, 35 for before. Ranges between 44 to 63 kids a day, depending on the day. And 18 to 26 in the morning.
Those are some solid numbers.
Yeah, they are.
So, I mean, I did look at October, it does look a little less, so I don't know if it's just people.
Some
didn't-
people haven't signed their kids up
Yeah.
yet, but they will.
And I know like there's
Like
other
CC
clubs too starting.
and CCD
Right.
starts for some people on Mondays, so I don't know if your
Yeah.
Mondays is gonna,
Monday was one of the
Oh, yeah.
later ones,
Right.
which was one of the more popular ones before.
yeah.
Right, so you may see things that kind of
Yeah.
fluctuate a little bit, yeah. And honestly, I suspect that you'll see that across the year, cause like depending on nights that kids have sports and stuff, like you may see that like ebb and flow a little
Yeah.
bit. But those were some solid numbers for
Yeah.
September.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
And there was nothing probably like historically to really compare it to.
not that I know.
Not, yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think that we ever really were able to ascertain like
How many?
what that looked like. But how many kids did we have going to the J last year?
45.
45, so we're substantially above that, so, okay. Mike did say that like staffing is starting to kind of like firm up a little bit with some more consistent staffers.
Yes, your post definitely helped.
Okay, good, I'm glad. We've been trying to like recruit from some of like the local colleges, so like Quinnipiac, Southern.
Yeah.
Cause they have a lot of like nursing majors, education majors, OT and PT, like people who are kind of like in childcare related fields or want to be. So we've been trying to take advantage of that. Okay, cool. Anything? Do you need anything? Any bumps? Okay, it's been going okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that is fantastic. Feedback about some of the special programs has been great. Honestly, like from what I've heard, like parents, I got several texts about like the mad science program. I'm like super excited about that addition, which is really cool. So it's nice. Yeah. So thank you guys, both you and you as well, Mike, for all that you guys are doing to like kind of bring in some of those things. Cause I know that's another layer of work when you're still very much like entrenched in being there at the program right now. So that's great. Okay. Anything else anybody wants to talk about for before and after care? Okay. Harvest Festival.
It was right around the corner.
Yeah, it's next weekend, right? Yeah, next Sunday? Yeah, okay. I know you mentioned that you were coordinating kind of like all of the kid programming, bounce houses and like a magician. Is there anything that we can do to help support you that day?
Obviously, you know, if there are some hands around in the morning,
Yeah.
especially, just to kind of come and help coordinate if we need it.
Yeah,
It opens, it starts at 1?
11.
11, okay, so before, you mean before it
Yeah.
opens, yeah, okay.
Right now, I have the gift basket stuff. So
thank you
definitely have that.
for doing that.
Our face painter dropped out, so I've been getting quotes and I've been striking out. I did find someone out of Milford, but it's very expensive, so we're just debating whether to do that. I was thinking maybe we could just find a few volunteers that might be able to split up the day
Right.
and do it, but I have to decide very soon.
I know a woman in Watertown who does face painting. Do you want me to reach out to her?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know if she's available. What,
So I guess in years past, we've only had one face painter. The woman that I talked to from Milford suggested with the amount of people we have, we should have two. But
right, okay.
we have to get what we have.
No art students from the high school wanna come?
And one person I have that would be good at it is doing the spin art station. So I was thinking about calling, we had a few CITs this summer that were very artistic. Thinking about calling them and seeing.
Is this free for the, like, people who get their face painted?
Yeah.
What if we charge $5 and then,
Is there not a charge even for the face painting?
I think all that stuff was free, like that's the whole point of it,
Right.
yeah.
I couldn't remember if like some of that stuff there was a fee.
I wouldn't.
No, I
expect to
think
go
the
to a
only
festival
thing-
and get that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect to get
We just went to the
either.
Orange Country Fair last week, you gotta pay to get in, and then the face
Right.
painting was like 12 or 15 bucks, depending on how,
Well, that was TikTok famous, that's why.
was
Face,
it?
was it Face Candy Jenna?
I don't even know.
She's like, she's got like 1 million followers. She's like a big deal.
Really?
She was at the Orange Carnival, so I'm wondering if she was there too.
Face Candy Gemma?
Jenna, Face Candy Jenna, yeah. She's got quite the following. She's,
Alright, well, I just texted the
Yeah.
woman that I know from Watertown, so I'll let you know what she says.
Okay.
I mean, it is wild though.
Yeah.
You're right, that it's all.
yeah, it shocked me when I remember the first year I went, it was like,
I remember like it was free to
Yeah.
get in.
yeah.
But I did not remember that it was, like, everything inside was free too. Okay, I'll keep you posted. Okay, so right now, the bounce houses, spin art, a magician, did you say there's a magician?
And a magician,
Bounce house, magician, spinner.
Curious Creatures is coming.
Oh,
They got a canine guy coming to do canine display.
Are we doing disc golf? Is that gonna be put up?
We had talked about
He
it.
wasn't available, but he said what somebody,
Like loves stuff,
Yeah.
right, couple things.
yeah, anybody's available to man that.
Right, I
I
think
know.
somebody would have to be
Yeah, I don't
available
want
to
people
man
running off of
Yeah.
stuff.
it.
Yeah, like who would be
Yeah.
able to,
Do you, Craig, feel like that's something that you want there? Cause that was something that you brought in.
Yeah,
And I don't know, Nicole, like, is there, cause that was the other thing I think we
Oh,
talked about, like, was
space, yeah.
there space?
yeah, that's what I was just thinking, 'cause
Physically to set it up.
I don't want anybody getting stalked with it,
How-
it's
how
also
much
like,
room
because
do you
I'm
think we
doing, I don't wanna
need?
get hurt.
That's
If
pretty
you
hard
went,
too.
if you went to the far side of like the horse tracks, you could probably do it.
Would we wanna keep it in the kids area though?
I don't think you have room in the kids area,
I
'cause it
think
gets
there's
tight
just-
over there, cause then they have you're like, the kids area, and then you're sitting, like, there's all the seats in like the tents, right, where everybody sits, I'm trying to think in my head.
Well, they're doing
You
it
go
differently
down.
this year.
Oh, do they
Closer
have
to
it
the
set up a
road.
little bit
Oh,
differently?
they do?
Yes, but obviously it's my first year, so I have no, like, I know
Yeah.
we're moving the food trucks all, like, they're gonna put the stage and then the food trucks all around it.
Okay,
And the kids area is over here,
Hmm,
so I don't know
We
if
could
there'll be
ask.
more room.
right.
can ask if
But I
there's,
know they have like the dog training thing now.
I guess you need two things to know, do you have the staff to man it, number one?
Yeah, that's number one.
And do you have the space, cause if you have this, if you don't have the staff,
Right. Part of me feels
Or-
like
or
it's
the
this
space.
Sunday, like if we were
Yeah,
gonna try to.
I know, that's what I'm saying, like, if you were like, oh, I have extra
Yeah.
staff, then I'd be like, okay, like, we
Right.
could
That
stay,
might
but
be a
if you
little
don't,
rushed right
But
now.
like if
Yeah.
someone from the commission
Yeah.
wanted to come to like man it
Yeah.
all day, but I think unless that's something that
Yeah.
somebody is committed to.
maybe that's something to
Yeah.
do, like, in the spring, or like a,
Right.
Just an event.
yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
a,
Have like a try it out.
yeah, try it out, see what
Right.
people think,
Especially,
yeah,
you're right, if,
yeah.
depending if that's
And we
something
could
that
do
we're
that
really,
Yeah.
either here or better.
Yeah, yeah,
Right. Yeah,
And it could be like a family
or even at the
fun
middle
day in
school,
the
right, cause
spring.
Emily said there's one at the middle school.
yeah, there's a bunch over there,
Right,
they're
so,
close, I mean, it's like, yeah, they're close to each other, but yeah,
Right.
yeah,
maybe even at the
you
middle
can do it,
school.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's leave that for now. Okay, so what time would you want help that morning? I don't know how early like setup starts.
Maybe, I know most of the vendors are coming between 10, like around 10.
10, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anybody who knows that I know you said you can't because you've got 2 hockey games.
Yeah,
I'm looking to see what time
Yeah,
baseball
definitely
is.
can't get there.
yeah, where am I?
We are, but
My
it's gonna be
kids
a little
work
later than that.
Yeah.
What's that little bit?
Yeah, no, he's gonna be around.
I'm in North, I'm in
he may be
Northford
coming
at
down.
10, and then I'm at Avon at 2, so I am totally out.
Oh, it's sundown, right?
Yeah,
see.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, I can be there, because we actually don't have baseball until 3.
Next Sunday.
yeah, the 5th, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wait,
think
wait,
it's probably 11.
I'm looking at the wrong one. Nope, we have
Oh,
baseball
wait,
at
no,
10
it's
in
just-
Woolkit.
Yeah, no, I could be there, wherever you,
10 and Woken.
10 in Woolkit on the 5th.
I was like,
Oh, that's
Saturday, yeah, I could be there whenever.
Okay,
on the 5th. And there's a baked potato, is there a baked potato truck there?
I don't think so.
I love it. Okay, Craig is gonna be there to help
To
set up.
eat baked potatoes.
Get the baked potatoes ready.
Right. He'll be
Those
waiting
are
for
not
them.
free, those.
Yeah, right.
Exactly, food
You know,
trucks
I
are
mean,
definitely not
seriously.
free. Dave,
You
did
just
you
give me
say
a
that
free
you're
potato.
able to go to help?
At some point, we've got hockey from 9:30 to
Got it, so not at 10,
10:30,
yeah.
so not at 10, cause it
Okay.
goes till 10:30, I don't know if kids tomorrow, but
Yep,
we'll
yep.
be there at some point, it'll be later.
Okay. I'll text Pat and Emily to see if either of them are available.
I'm iffy.
Okay, maybe, a solid maybe. We will be there after and I'm happy to help like stay and clean up.
Yeah, I could definitely help clean up, but
Just can't be there to start. Damn, won't get. Okay,
Wait till your hockey schedule fills up.
well, that's at 7 and 8 on Saturday.
Oh, no,
Sunday
when you have
mornings.
to
I
travel,
can't either.
and you have to travel.
Yeah, at some point we'll have to give up a sport.
Uh-huh.
For sure. Okay, anything else, Nicole, for that you need or want help with?
No, we're just gonna go and pick up some supplies by the end of this week that we need.
Okay,
And that's pretty much it.
Okay,
As long as I can find a face painter, we're good.
all right, I'll keep you posted. This one's usually pretty like quick to
I
respond.
wonder if on the
so I'll let you
mom's
know.
page, if we ask, like, if anyone knows a face painter on the mom's page, so.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea.
Weren't some of the counselors doing it this summer?
Yeah, but
They
well, Savannah did it, most of it this summer.
Yeah.
So, but she's doing the spin art.
Oh, that one.
So worst case scenario, if I have to, I can see, she can do the face painting and I just get anyone to do the spin art. I don't know how hard it is to do spin art.
Yeah.
Just spray some paint on it.
Right, spin it, right, might not look pretty, but who cares, right? But let's see if we
And
can,
that's where I might be able to like use some of the high school kids to help.
Sunday, 10-5.
well, let's see if we can't make
From
some magic
11 to
happen.
what? What is it?
11 to 4, I believe. Okay, well, we'll see what we get. Okay, trunk or treat. Last year, as a commission, that was our first,
It's a fun
that was our
time.
first event. It was a
You know
really
Halloween's
fun
on a
time.
Friday this year, and this is on a Saturday.
Yeah, so they're doing it Saturday, November 1st. It is after Halloween, which is a little bit bizarre, but that's what the school did last year too, for like their Halloween party, because of, it just,
Yeah.
sometimes that's the way it falls. Do we want to do a table again?
I think our table was quite a lot of fun.
It was, I mean, we got really good feedback about it.
Would you like me to get us a VIP spot again?
Yes, that was
fun.
amazing. We
I'm
were
gonna tell them.
inside, so it was nice and
Yeah.
warm last year. It was quite delightful, honestly. What?
Yeah, we did
We did
earheads, and then we
the,
did those like the sports,
Oh, yeah,
those little
right.
sports things too.
Yeah.
Change it over,
Yeah, the little bracelets and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will email to reserve our spot. And then, Jamie, you took on handling, like, ordering the stuff last
Yeah.
year. Do you wanna do it again, just cause
Yeah,
then you'll
that's- yeah.
know, like, what we got?
What I got, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
how
we
much.
didn't like, we weren't.
Although now I think we could probably look at Oriental Trading too, because we'll have enough time. Last time we were like crunched, so I
Correct.
can check on there and see what's good too. Do we wanna do airheads again, or do we wanna do?
Yeah, kids liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year, we also tried to do a themed costume, but we didn't super excel with that.
We need to get better on that one. We have enough time to plan.
Correct. So does anybody have any strong feelings?
Just any athletic, like any sports team,
Okay.
right? Whatever.
We're trying to convince our kids to do, Sandlot.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Drew's gonna be a banana.
Oh,
It's gonna be a chicken.
that's cute. Okay. Last year, what we did was, we sent out just like a sign-up sheet to the commission, just to sign up for shifts, so I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what time does that go
I think we
for?
were just there the
I
whole
think
time,
it's
so.
like 6 to 8, if I'm remembering correctly.
We brought like, so last year we had blow-ups, like some of like the
Yeah, we brought
Halloween
a couple of like the
inflatables. And then we had the basketball hoop.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we brought
The
like
kids
2
just-
little
yeah.
basketball hoops, and like we told the kids if they made a shot,
Yeah.
they could take a piece of candy, and then we just gave them the
Yeah.
candy anyway.
yeah.
Yeah,
Done it
Yeah.
a million times, just like.
Correct, yeah.
You know what? I have like like inflatable
Football thing. That would be
football
fun.
thing too, so I can bring that.
Things you throw
You throw-
through?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
like-
You have the
That would be great.
inflatable basketball hoops now too.
Oh, oh.
That's perfect,
You would
okay.
probably love
What
that.
size though, is it too big? It's pretty big. It's like probably the size of this nook right here, just cut out.
I mean, honestly, there was so much space in there.
We had a lot of
Yeah,
space.
we had a ton of space. I
can
feel like
just ask Brent. I'll tell
participation
Mike
from
to
like
ask
cars
Brent.
and stuff has dwindled in recent
Gotcha.
years, so there was plenty of room.
Yeah,
So we could bring like a couple of different, like sports things, like the football thing that,
I'll have Mike talk to
okay,
the fire department, like to just see if, make sure we get that spot and say like we need to be there, like a plug or whatever too.
yep, okay,
Cause that would be nice,
yeah,
cause then we don't have to bring those other inflatable, like, that'd be
Right.
quite the attraction.
yeah, it'll be
It was-
fun,
Yeah,
okay. Beautiful. And obviously you guys are welcome to come, Nicole and Mike, but also like, you guys
Yeah.
are killing yourselves doing
Yeah.
all these things, so like that is also a night that the commission is happy to
Mhm.
just like
Yeah.
represent Park and Rec.
We got it figured out last year.
Yeah,
yeah,
we didn't, we didn't mess it up, so we made that
We
one
did a
happen.
good job.
Exactly, we did a good job. So that sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else for that? So can I get an official motion, just because it makes Emily really happy when we do it this way? That we're going to reserve a spot for the trunk or treat. Jamie will order the supplies and I'll send out a sign up sheet just so that we make sure our table is covered the whole time.
I'll just be there the whole time.
Same,
Just like we did that last year.
Just to participate, basically?
yeah,
Okay, in general.
yeah.
Yeah, make a motion to.
Okay,
Yeah.
who wants to second?
I'll second.
Beautiful. Any discussion?
Wait, who made the motion? First one, okay.
Second, okay. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Okay, next up was the adult programming survey. Many kudos, Jamie, to you for getting that up and running. Sorry for harassing
No,
you.
that's okay.
I couldn't
Like
find
that.
my notes from it. And then thank you to Nicole for transferring it over to your account and then getting that out. It officially is gonna be in the October Bethany Bulletin. There's like a QR code and
Oh,
then
awesome.
in like the write-up from Park and Rec, we reference it. We did talk about printing that out and like having it, if we had a Park and Rec table at,
That's the one.
I
yeah,
wonder if we can if we can't do a table, I wonder if we could just put a poster up with it somewhere.
yeah,
You know, so like people can go by and like scan it, like maybe inside like the
Right.
firehouse where all like the vendors and stuff
yeah.
are.
Do you want me,
I wonder if there's-
Nick was nice enough to print me out a couple of posters for PTO, for open house. Do you want me to ask him if he could print a couple of like the QR codes?
Sure, and I
Okay.
have
You just-
a poster board we can put it on.
Okay,
Make sure we say something like Bethany residents only voting, you know, I mean, do we really care about the?
right.
Mhm.
I mean, in theory, that event is only
Not really,
Bethany
but-
residents since it's completely
Yeah,
free,
good luck with that, yeah.
in theory. Okay, I'll ask Nick to print those. So I don't think we've gotten any feedback yet on it, because it really hasn't gone out
Yeah.
yet. But, once it hits the Bethany Bulletin, I'll put it out on the Facebook groups too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Um. Okay,
I wonder if, I guess it doesn't really matter, I was gonna say like, do we wanna do two, like one for like to redo like a children's one without like before and after care on it? To see if we get more people, like, I don't know.
yeah, I mean, we could, do you
Cause we
feel
were
like,
talking about like, kind of doing them like a couple times, because sometimes people just
right, you
don't
miss
see
it?
it, yeah, you miss it.
Correct, yeah.
Mm.
It doesn't matter to me. Do you want that now? Do you feel like you want it like later in the winter? What do you think would be better? You wanna have them both there?
We don't have to do that. I mean, you're doing a lot for kids, I just don't. And there is some kids, like, on the survey, the way that, like,
Right,
I
there's
did
some,
it,
like,
there's
family
something, like, there's family
activities.
stuff, and then there's like, we did put in this one, a thing for like, comments or additional, like, suggestions. So, maybe people can put something in there if there's something they feel passionately about,
Right,
right?
Yeah,
You do have a bunch of the kid stuff going on.
might be easy this though, to have it all as one,
Hmm,
right? Than
we
doing-
could, yeah.
yeah, we could just add, like,
Add a few more lines.
Yeah.
But we already have, how does that, oh, no, because even with the QR code, if you make the changes, it
Yeah,
comes up.
correct.
yeah, it
Yeah.
just comes
Yeah.
up, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we just add,
You wanna add a couple of the kids' questions back into that one? You could do like two sections almost, like adult programming and children's programming.
is it children and family programming,
Good.
Yeah, we could do it like
or
that.
family programming?
Yeah.
That they might not wanna see,
Yep,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay,
And then
but yeah,
maybe
the
two
QR code,
lines,
right.
maybe two
yeah,
quick lines.
yeah.
even if it's just like, not a multiple choice, but
Yeah.
just like a type in
Just a
your
type in,
ideas.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
okay. And you're right, the QR code won't change.
Mhm.
It'll just be where,
Yeah.
like what it takes you to. Okay. So we'll make that tweak and then see. All right, anything else with that piece? Alright, Bethany Hoops.
Yeah.
That's enough. I'll pass them down.
That's alright.
I passed one to you already, so I
Oh, yeah,
follow
okay.
directions.
I actually printed some too, I left them on my computer.
Oh, okay, well, here's 2 checks for the sponsorships, right? Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
I printed the other one you had too, I can run down if you need
So
it.
here's how the color ones look, so they're not like.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, looks good.
Oh, you don't take it.
So we were hoping to open registration next Monday.
Okay.
And, cause, I mean, last year I think we did it on Halloween or right around Halloween. And this gives us a lot more time to get everything done as far as setting the teams up. But you see on there, I also have a tentative schedule. This is for the, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, boys and girls, practice time, gym time at the middle school. I have one for the 2nd and 3rd grade, kindergarten and first year, but those are much easier. Cause those Tuesdays are all at BCS for the kindergarten and first. I don't know where to start. Where should we start? You know what?
Alright, wait, hold on. For those of us who,
You don't have to worry about the schedules too
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
This December, you just go like dates there.
And you got sponsorships too, right? You're full with those?
Team 4 and 5, whoever that will be,
what grade level is this?
4th, 5th, and 6th.
Fourth, fifth, and sixth, okay.
Yeah,
And you got all the sponsorships again, right?
all done,
Yeah, it's awesome.
maxed out, yeah.
Frank, do you ever sleep?
Who did the sponsorships?
Um,
Yeah, do you have any new people?
yeah, a lot of new people.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Little short.
Surrey Brook again, AT Sangha Yoga again, New Insight Family Eye Care again, and then 7 new ones.
Oh, wow.
So we got Teddy B's, Stutsky Law, all electric construction, I can send you this, Jen,
Thank
it's
you.
there. Procedure portals and Middlebrook Services. Who's a husband and wife. Connecticut Anesthesia Professionals, that's Bartels, and then Country Companions. And I think many of them, I don't know if you've gotten anything from Leslie, but I think a lot of them had already dropped checks off.
I haven't got it.
I just told them to write Bethany Hoops team sponsorship in the memo, so we should check in with Leslie and
Okay.
I think the majority have already
That's
paid
awesome.
their money. So sponsorships are good, that pretty much pays for all the jerseys and stuff. I don't know, where should we start? The registration thing in front of you here. So that's the QR code to my rec.
It still works.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was like, here's the one from last year, we just checked to make sure it still works.
So the plan was to open it on September 29th for Bethany residents, and then a week later for non-residents. And we kinda wanna keep the maximum capacities a little bit lower for the younger kids, because those get a little hectic and BCS doesn't have as much room, but if we do 20 max for the little kids, and we get enough interest, we might do 2 sessions back to back, so like a 6 to 7, then a 7:15 to 8:15. Something like that. We don't really wanna turn people away, but we also can't accommodate all of
Yeah.
those kids, and
Yeah.
especially at that age.
Yeah.
Same thing with the 2nd and 3rd grades, that's 2 nights. Mondays at the middle school, Wednesdays at BCS. 20 max again, and then if there's more interest, we could divvy that up if we have to, cause we do have the gym time. On those days, BCS is pretty flexible on the Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then 4 through 6, to start, I wasn't sure if I could jam all this information onto this flyer, so for December, there'll be 2 practices a week, nothing on Saturdays, and then once the new year hits, 1 practice a week, 1 game on Saturdays. And we're hoping we can get 2 teams for girls this year, and we're hoping we could get back in the Orange League. We have to wait and see how their registration shakes out anyway.
You can also take some of the stuff and put it on the my web page.
Yeah, we could put more information on there, right, yeah. So yeah, if we close the registration on November 8th, that'll give us time to, we could for fourth, fifth, and sixth, we're hoping to have evaluations on the Monday and Tuesday before Thanksgiving, 24th and 25th. But since we don't start the K1 and second and third until January, maybe we could extend that registration deadline, or,
Right.
I mean, leave it as is and see what it's like. I don't know, I guess we'll see how that goes once we open it.
Yeah, we can always extend it if we need to.
So 4-6 will start in December, in theory.
Yes.
Okay.
First week of December, but then there's a bunch of days you see on the schedule that the
Yeah,
gym's not available for
right.
whatever reasons. I know they have a concert, they have a couple conference nights.
Right.
January's not bad as far as gym availability, and then February is nuts. See all the red on the February schedule,
Yeah, for events.
events, and then the school vacation and everything, so.
I mean, Craig, worst case scenario, could we do like at least the little kids here, like K through 1 in this gym?
Yeah, but we won't really have to, the only night they're gonna miss is February 17th. And then there's one week that the, second and third won't have much access to the other gym, so they're gonna go to DCS on one of those days instead of the normal, middle school.
Okay. That's
So yeah, now we just pray for no snow and.
That's been a trend lately.
Yeah.
Okay. So 4-6 starts in December, K3 January,
January, yeah.
and runs through the beginning of March.
Yeah, so January 5th will be the first day in January. It's a Monday.
Okay, till March 16th, I see that. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And then as far as the coach eligibility, we did fingerprints and background checks last year. I was told by Dave Merriam, that we need to do those every year, which is fairly easy at Troop I. And then it's really up to us what other training we want. We did the DCS mandated reporter trainings last year, which they could do at their leisure online. Dave did, when we had our preseason coaches meeting, he did the child protection training. But I mean, I think if we do
And didn't you do
fingerprints,
first aid
background
too,
check,
or
and
like,
DCS.
or CPR or something like, didn't you offer that? Wasn't there was it CPR or first aid? Wasn't there something
I think we
like
had
that?
enough people who were like CPR first aid
Yeah.
trained that were always gonna be
Yeah.
there, that it wasn't.
Right.
You
really
didn't
an
have to,
issue.
but I remember us talking about, so,
Yeah.
okay.
I think maybe because Nick as the
Yeah.
coordinator had that and
Okay.
was at everything. But we should probably make sure that there's one person at each
Mhm.
Mm-hmm,
I
that
think,
has that.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
in the handbook, it says the coordinator and a coach.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, so I know for Bethwood, Bethany Fire Department offered that one day,
Right.
a few hours
They
training.
came for summer camp too,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah.
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 So I have some questions. So did we have a job description last year for the coordinator?
I wanna say yes.
Yeah. Cause we posted it. That was the all encompassing one.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Yeah. Are we definitely doing that this year? Doing a coordinator?
Well, that's the
I-
thing is, so I think we need to discuss, do we wanna do that or just have like just a coach?
So we really would only need it for the K1 and second and third programs. So we discussed maybe hiring an hourly person rather than just relying on parent volunteers, somebody who could, basically what Nick did. But just hourly instead, because most of us coaches just kind of run the fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Yeah.
On our own, it's not that hard.
yeah, I mean, that's how hockey is, the
I'll be
coaches
around
are, the
for
parents
second
are
and third.
the coaches.
I'm coaching a travel team in Orange, which is 2 nights a week and then Saturdays and sometimes Sundays, so I don't wanna commit to doing
Yeah.
all the second and third, but I also don't wanna leave them hanging. So you've talked to a few people?
Yeah,
Have you any luck
I'm waiting to
yet?
hear from Elliot to see if he's interested.
Okay,
And I also, ran into someone over the weekend that, did some stuff for me years ago at the J. And he's a pretty good ball player, so he said he might be interested too, so.
alright.
I'm looking to see if I can find I know we did.
Did you send it to Jen last year we posted? Maybe it's not your sent.
I'm gonna have to check, that's a good idea.
Would've been,
I looked in the folder.
That would've been
See it.
October.
I don't know what it
What
is.
did you want that?
I can't find it, it's Scott.
It's a
I
much
even
more
shut my
pleasant
sign
tone
and
than
everything.
like some of the other like text tones though. I wonder. I wonder if we don't have it though, because
I mean, here's my question, are we essentially looking for head coaches for K 1, 2, 3, like, is that what we're looking for?
Looking for someone to help, like,
That's what
run
I'm looking for,
the activity.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like, what I'm saying is,
I went in my Google.
I guess I'm thinking as a
Docs,
sports
and I just
mom,
typed in
and like
coordinator.
parents volunteer, so is it considered like a head coach for that? Or are they doing other things besides running?
I think it would
The
just be a
like the
lead,
practice.
right? We just
For
need a
what?
lead
Yeah.
for the K2
Yeah,
first.
K1 is just all skills and drills
Yeah.
and stuff, they don't,
yeah,
I don't have it for.
and then second and third is just like kind of, they're gonna be on a different team every week, it's kinda like what the J does, where there's skills and drills and then
Right.
scrimmages.
when we do the registration for hoops, how do you get, like, do you put on there, like, I think about like when, are you interested in being are you interested in being a coach? Like, like, you put that's on like the registration piece, or no? Is that on the registration? I'm just thinking from like, so like, the reason I'm trying to, like, I'm trying to wrap my brain around like what I get when we needed like the coordinator to do all the stuff that like has been like, you know, that you've kind of done, right? Like,
Yeah.
like the facilitating that. But if you're saying like, oh, 4th and 6th, like, we're taking on to do this, is it like a head, like becomes like a head coach? Like I think about like at
Yes,
Yale,
right.
right? Yale, like there's no, the president of the board isn't there, somebody that's not getting paid, like the coach is running coaches are running the practices like on the ice, right?
Right.
So I was just curious, like,
Yeah, do we
Yeah,
actually
so
need
I
do you
think we
need,
had-
do you need
I
it?
feel like
Yeah,
this year we really wouldn't need it.
I think,
We had four teams for the 4th through 6th, and
Yeah.
now had 3 coaches, which is
yeah,
at least 3 coaches.
Yeah.
But the problem was that the younger, you need
Yeah.
at least 4,
well, that's, no, like, I'm trying, like,
but that's
Couldn't
all.
that
That
be a
was my
coach
question too,
instead?
how many
That could just be a
coaches
coach,
do
you
we
need a
need?
coordinator for that, do you?
For 20 kids, you need that
I
many?
mean,
They're just wily. They're so
No.
little.
and once you set them up, like,
Shocking.
I don't believe it.
Shocking.
and that was how it was kind of with like, there'd be a group in the beginning, and then they
Yeah.
would split off into stations. But you need 3 you
I
could
would-
probably push with
yeah,
20
3 would
Dad
probably
just
kids
sent it
max.
to us, the coordinator.
Yeah, Craig found
Yeah.
it too.
I don't know, it's just something that, like, it was just something I was saying, because I feel like if the parents are coming in and they're coaching, and then you have somebody in there,
Well, they're
But
just
you're
kind of
paying-
facilitating
Yeah,
the
why
whole
pay no?
thing.
like, you know, I'm just like thinking like, I don't know.
So the coordinator job description last year, was responsible for organizing, planning, and executing the program. Reserving the court space, That's already done because we learned our
Yeah.
lesson last year that
Yeah, you
because
need to do
we
that.
had waited so long, just because of where we were.
Yeah,
So like that's done. Ensuring all the equipment is available and in working order,
That's Parks and Rec now, that we have a
right,
dirt.
like that we have the.
we
Yeah.
have more than enough
Yeah,
balls, right?
Actually, we should probably get over to the middle school.
Like just to
Check what
check
they have.
them, yeah, I mean, there was a ton last year.
We have a ton in there too.
Right. Promoting the program, right.
yeah, like,
Wait, what are these things?
Contact
I feel
for
like
participants,
it's not really
parents, and staff regarding schedules, rules, safety, and other program details. I
In my rec.
Do we
Right.
wanna use
Yeah,
this
now it's in-
again?
It worked
Yeah,
last
yeah.
year.
yeah.
Time on that.
Yeah, no, we,
It's already
yeah.
been-
And
There's a
some of
lot,
this
there's a
could
lot of
go
hours
online.
spent,
Yeah.
a lot of hours were spent on that,
Check the, like the photo
Yeah.
release.
Correct,
yeah,
Some of this
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
on,
yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
that's on my.
And that was
Yeah.
already all approved by the town attorney last year,
Okay, perfect.
and went to the Board of Selectmen. So like that is completely vetted,
So do you have this in digital?
yeah. For whatever reason, I didn't have this job description, but,
I think we can nix it, to be honest.
I mean, so let's just continue going through the other pieces,
Yeah.
right? So like, I assume, Nicole, that you and Mike will want to be the main point of contact outside of like the coaches who will like coordinate with their families. Like if there was an issue or something like that, like you are always
Yeah.
the main
Mhm.
Yeah.
point of contact. Managing
Yeah, 'cause last year it
programs,
was like Nick and then you, right?
Yeah,
One or the
it was like
other.
Nick,
Correct.
Yeah.
yeah, because we didn't
We
have, right. Assistant managing program budget, tracking attendance and compiling reports on program outcomes.
no,
Schedule for practices and games, it's already done. Enforce rules and safety, be on site in the gym during all league play. So that's a big piece.
Yeah.
Inspect the gym for setup and safety concerns prior to game play.
I guess that's my question, do we need somebody, like, do we need to pay somebody to be on site at all times? If we're looking at it from like at every, like say at Bethwood, where like when Drew played baseball, or, you know, my older son played, not at Bethwood, but there wasn't always like a,
Never.
you know what I'm saying? So like, I know we did a lot because we didn't have anybody, like, we didn't have any point persons, so like, I guess that's
Yeah,
what
it's a big thing.
I'm saying. I think maybe if we don't have enough coaches, like, somehow we open it up to see if somebody needs to be paid, I don't know.
I think if we're using a facility that technically isn't ours, we should have somebody there
Yeah.
that's at least representative of our grant. You don't
Right.
think- No, Jean?
I mean, you could, I just think like, I go to hockey rinks all the time, and
Yeah.
like, the owners are
So I guess
business people, I
part
don't
of
know.
my wondering
And like,
is,
and like Parks and Rec, like basketball, like Hamden Fathers, basketball in Hamden, they don't have, they use every single school there.
And I just
So I don't
feel like
know.
West Haven, it's
Yeah.
usually whoever the
You know?
dad that's volunteering. with the
Yeah.
front
Yeah.
Yeah.
coordinator. Unless it's a game.
Yeah,
I think most things are like that, so
Yeah.
I don't know if you need a dedicated
Yeah.
person to be there all the time.
but do we wanna talk about, to Craig's point about, right, so 4-6 seemed to flow very like naturally with all of the
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
coaches last year.
yeah,
But like, do we need a paid coach to be there
For the younger kids, you
for the
said?
younger kids?
I feel like if you're, I feel like though if
It's
you're
not-
paying the
No, I
coaches for
think-
the younger, then you gotta pay all, they gotta pay all the
I think
coaches.
no.
Why? Like,
What's the difference?
what's the difference?
between-
What, like, seriously, what's the difference? Cause,
Well, I mean, one, you're managing like 9 kids, and you've got 2 other
Yeah.
assistants or 3 other assistants helping
Yeah.
you, and then the other one, you've
Yeah.
got 20 kids.
yeah,
You know.
but if you have like 4 or 5 parents that are gonna be in that group
Yeah,
because
but those kind of
kindergarten has,
rotated,
yeah, I don't
and it
know,
was just like,
yeah, I don't know.
every, you know, day before, I'd say who's gonna be there tonight, and then we
Yeah.
could kind of plan those things out.
Right.
But I mean, it's really, there's 9 or 10 sessions for the K1,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be much money if we're paying somebody $30 an hour or something, it's not gonna be much, and that, there's really no other overhead. You get the jerseys, but those are pretty much paid for, so
Yeah,
as far as the overhead with K1, there's like nothing. So we do have the money that's.
Oh, I'm not thinking from the money perspective, I'm just thinking from like the way programs are typically like run.
I
I
also
get that,
don't
but
wanna-
a little
I
bit, you
get it.
got a lot
I
of
get it.
people, you got one person kind of overseeing a lot of kids, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
And you're not always gonna have somebody who's comfortable facilitating with all those younger kids, like as a parent. like I had no problem, I know Karen Sheehan was very good. Most people will, but I don't wanna like bank on that. As far as having somebody that's gonna volunteer to run, especially the K1. Those kids are.
Yeah, it is like,
Yeah.
yes, 100%. I mean, I hear what you're saying too, Jamie, like it's a little bit awkward that like we'll pay some but not others, like
Yeah,
that part's a
yeah.
little weird.
It is weird
Well,
to
I
me.
mean, 'cause we're volunteering, we're
Yeah, but they're volunteering for, if they're volunteering
Unless
for
we
K1, yeah.
say, because of the age group, that we feel like there has to be like a paid staff member to be there. I don't know. I just feel like in the past K1 and second and third, it's hard to get parent volunteers. And with, I mean, I don't remember how many kids there were last year.
too many. K1 was like 29.
Right. And like if you only had 2 parents there,
Yeah,
there was
I don't-
times when
I
I
don't-
went to the second and third, cause there was only
Right.
2 for the 25 people, and I was like, yeah, I know, I want the program to do well, so.
right,
I didn't have any kids at program when I went.
right.
'Cause
And I
nobody else-
think-
I mean, what if you don't get enough coaches for 4 to 6?
Huh? We'll have enough coaches.
That's what I was
Okay.
thinking, and maybe we do some kind of lead basketball person, maybe not coordinator, where they're there for the younger group, but also in the description, they do have to pop in and help 4th and 5th when, 4th through 6th when needed, and check in,
Right,
you know, make sure the balls are filled, make sure
right.
you have enough, whatever you need.
Well, if I
What's,
mean,
what
do
stipend did we give last year? Just like, I wanna think about this, if you're talking $30,
It
like,
was
with-
$3,000 last year.
it was $3,000.
Yep, and
Divide,
that's-
and he was at everything.
It was the
Yeah, he was
expectation,
at
yeah,
that.
so it
Yeah.
was Monday 5:15 to 8:30, Tuesday 5:15 to 8:30,
But
Thursday
not-
5:15 to 8:45.
Not all the,
Saturday 8:30 to 2:30, a lot.
Cause I think when we're saying $30 an hour for somebody, like, what does that end up being if they're there
well,
for all
that's
those
kind of where I
hours
based that
versus?
33,000 off last year. Like, how much all these,
Right,
If
cause
you
they
were
were there
there-
in all the 4 to 6.
but you're not gonna
too.
be there for all the 4 and 6, that never happens.
Mhm.
It's like, you're there, he was there for his team, cause he
Mhm.
was coaching the team.
Right,
But
But
And
like
we
Fred-
were always there on the Saturdays.
Like game day and stuff, like who, I mean, I know we'll get the refs or we'll work together on, I know you
Yeah.
said you have the relationships, we'll work together on that stuff, cause you kind of have all the ducks in a row, but like for game day, I don't want that to fall all on you or the volunteers.
Yeah,
like,
so that
set
was
up
kinda how we did, it. I
breakdown
just
and
said like
making
the
sure refs are
expectations,
there.
if you're not coaching, you should be at the game, doing the scoreboard of the book. And vice versa, so we always had that covered, but again, like, Nick was always there.
Right,
I was always there, we always had enough, but like when our teams played each other, the coaches from the other teams would do it, we never had an issue with that at all.
right,
Yeah.
that's nice.
yeah,
The gym was always set up for us, when we got there, we got to pull the bleachers out or push the bleachers in once in a while, but that was really it, it's not hard to do. So, I mean, if we hire somebody just as an hourly coordinator for each specific program, it wouldn't be much, they wouldn't have to do the overarching, it would just be like, you're the K1 coach, or you're the second and third coach.
Actual coaching, not just supervising.
Yeah, like they would be leading the drills and having their own station and stuff.
What if it was like someone who was there, and I mean theoretically it could be the same person, right? Somebody who was there Tuesday for K1, who was like the lead and could kind of like help facilitate the parents and stuff. Then somebody who was lead for second and third, which would be 2 times per week.
Mhm.
And then somebody who was there Saturdays for the game. So you're talking about a commitment of 4 times a week. The practices for 4, 6, like that's coach managed, like.
Yeah, it would be nice to have an
volunteers.
outside person there for the games, especially if I'm thinking there's gonna be 3 games a week or a Saturday, if we're gonna have
Right,
5 or
like
6
that,
teams.
Right,
I didn't mind being there for 2 games, I don't wanna spend my whole Saturday.
right,
That
get that.
was cool,
Yeah, and it's a lot to ask for volunteers
Right.
sometimes to
Yeah.
stay there the whole day.
But like that would give then everybody some level of support.
but. Mhm.
And obviously Mike and I will pop by too, I mean.
Right. But it's also, I mean,
Are you 3 different people or 2 and then they just, those 2
so
divided
I
on
think, I mean, we
Saturdays?
could post it and see, right? Like it could be one person who does all of it, or it could be 2 people who share it.
Mhm.
Especially, I feel like if the intention is that the second and third grade group Monday night has a game, and Wednesday it's a skills station.
Yeah, the game is just like, that's just like a loose.
Little
we were there for
scrimmage,
those,
yeah.
It'd be like that.
Right. But like somebody who can kind of just help facilitate that.
Craig, how many did you say you had for K1 and then 2, 3 volunteer coaches?
Last year,
Yeah,
There were only 2 for second and third.
second and third was Nick, Aaron.
I think that was it. Like, I am not a
Sure.
basketball player, so like, I will yell at children, but
Yeah,
I'm
so-
Yeah.
not teaching them any skills.
And then K1, we had enough, we were always good at that.
okay.
And now some of those kids are gonna go up, like, my son is now in second grade, so some of those kids will be there.
Right,
Yeah, so if we put that in my rec, would you be willing to help coach? I think that would help save us a lot.
Also, at the games, like, you could also have parents run the scoreboard too, like,
Yeah.
cause so that's, I run, like, we have to run a clock, like, every parent has to run a clock at the rink, like,
Oh, okay.
because that's part of, like,
Right,
that's part of what you sign up for, so it's like, this is your week to, and it rotates.
right.
So there's like 18 players and like, cause essentially we also said that the parents have to, like, had to be there,
Right.
right? So it's like,
Oh.
you know,
Yeah.
and it does make life easy, like, it does make life easier in that
And I mean,
respect.
that's not atypical, right?
No,
Some of the
No, it's-
baseball stadiums
yeah,
that have like
yeah.
concession
You're
stands,
operating
you're
a store.
required
yeah,
to.
yeah,
right,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
do a certain number of shifts,
Yeah.
so I mean, we could also,
You know, you're watching the game.
Yeah, oh, you're definitely locked
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
yeah,
You know, it's like,
so some of the, some things that Jen Capasso and I are talking about is putting together like a volunteer application.
mm,
And then also, putting together an agreement and a waiver that they would have to fill out with their training processes. So I don't know if you guys did that last year, but,
for the coaches.
yeah,
So they had to go through, they just had to go through like the fingerprinting background check. Basically like anybody who's gonna be like on the court working with the kids.
right. Alright, so we'll do that, we'll add this on, I'm waiting
waiver's
for
good.
Ben to approve it.
Okay,
yeah,
And then, just wanna make sure we're on the same page for the training. Obviously, the fingerprint and background check, which you have to do every year.
yep,
And then we'll do some of the training, mandated reporting.
yep, so
Check to see
DCF
if
is
we
good
have-
for 3 years?
I think so, yeah.
yeah, so if they
think it
have, so if they have, and if they, and some people that might be coming in that are new, depending where they work, might have it and be able to give it to you,
Right,
you know, like, we would have it to be able to give it.
right,
And that, yeah, so that's a good question.
Yeah.
So if they went through the training that they had last year, are we gonna have them do it all over again?
Right, whatever it expires, like a
Yeah.
first aid,
Yeah.
CPR.
Yeah.
I would think as long
Yeah.
as it's like within that limit,
But
I mean,
did we do anything like, you know how we kinda went over the de-escalation training?
Yeah.
Did we do any of that with the coaches?
we did not.
It wasn't
You're
de-escalation, it was all,
No, I
it
did
was
one
all
for
about
summer,
the kids, you know, just a minor
Prevention.
protection program.
yeah, I did a
that's what I did,
de-escalation
is-
training for summer school.
Oh,
for,
did
like,
you?
summer camp staff,
So
yeah,
that's all right.
Gotcha.
yeah, we
Yeah,
did
they
not
didn't
do
do that.
anything like that for basketball. I mean, we can,
Did you guys do the safe sports training?
he did
That-
youth
you did
protection,
that.
yeah,
Mhm.
But again, that's not something that, I don't know, there was like 10 people here for the preseason coaches meeting and not everybody who ended up coaching was here.
Mm.
And like DCF, you do online, you do it at your own leisure, I don't know if
Right.
there's sort of an online version of
There's,
what they did or how we can somehow attach a.
I mean, they could
link to
honestly
that or
just do, we
something.
had that recorded from, you know, it was recorded, so they could just do that. Like, it was recorded on the, on Teams, so they could just watch the video, really.
Yeah, but then some sort of like documentation, like we did this, like, there's a quiz at the end or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
you know?
like what
Or
we
you
have to
just
do
say
for
it's
like
required.
GCNs.
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
this is the required coaches meeting.
yeah,
Everybody who's coming is required to come. You know, I mean, last year we were working with a much tighter timeline.
Mhm.
I mean, you could also do it over Zoom too. Like if they can't make it, you could do a Zoom and then they're there, like, and they're there, their camera like has to be on, so you know that they're there, but like, you
Yeah,
know.
but I feel like, you know, this year we do have a lot more lead time.
Mm,
yeah.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
would you wanna have a coaches meeting, about approximately, so we could start thinking about it?
We did it in like mid-November last year, I think that's as soon as registration ends, maybe, yeah, so probably the same thing, like
Beginning of
mid-November,
mid.
the evaluation won't be till the 24th, 25th.
Right,
So we get everybody on the same page before that starts.
Yeah, so if registration closes the 8th,
I don't know, 17th or something.
we can figure out what works.
Hmm?
We can discuss a date
Yeah,
that works for both.
But yeah, sometime between November 8th and November 24th.
you also, I mean, you also have registration open for 6 weeks. Like, you could also close registration sooner if you wanted to.
Yeah.
No, it might close itself out, so.
Well, true, right, yeah. But you know what I mean, like if you wanted to have a little bit more time in November,
Oh, and we also have to make sure that everybody in town hall is aware of the wait list, because last year we had people just showing up on the first night, like, oh, somebody told me to just come tonight, and I was like, that's not gonna work.
right?
Right,
Well, this year we have the director and assistant director, so like, that'll help.
Yeah,
Where last year, right, I'm sure people were just like calling kind of randomly.
and I think that's kinda how it worked in the past, and that was
Right.
saying, like, yeah, just show up, and if they paid, they paid, and
Right.
if they have room, they have room.
So do you wanna think about closing the registration? Like October 24th, like literally
November
leaving,
1st.
I mean, even then, yeah. Because then it would give you,
I mean,
you'd have 3 weeks to schedule the training before.
yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's easy, so.
Okay, so we're gonna close it November 1st.
November 1st. And that way we'll close it at like midnight on November 1st, we can push it at the trunk or treat.
oh, there you go,
Sign up yet?
put the QR code there.
Look for all the tall kids, but.
Yeah. How are you as well?
My other question is, I know,
Come take a shot.
Fred, you and I, we were talking
Craig's
about
the
sports
recruiter.
engine,
Yeah,
but also, Leslie had asked about, what was it called?
Team Snap,
Yeah, so,
Team
They're
Snap, we used
similar,
last year
right?
for the 4 through 6, and we used it for scheduling, communication, and pretty much everything with that. I thought it worked well, it's like $600, right? I don't know if it's like a cheaper price for the renew, but it's still $5.99.
yeah, it was still $5.99.
Yeah, I liked it, I thought it was good, I think, yeah, we should.
Alright, so we'll continue to use it.
Yeah, sports engine, I don't know if we need,
That's
That
a
does
videoing, right, too? And it does videoing and stuff?
yeah, like that's how, you could use sports engine in lieu of Team Snap, but I don't know how we would wanna use it, so for Amity, Pop Warner, Youth Football, whatever, they use it for communication and scheduling mostly. For Bethwood, we use it for coach certifications, which is kind of where I was thinking we would do.
Do something.
But if
I
we're
didn't
doing
see
the
it
background
when I was
check and
looking.
the DCF and everything, I don't think we need that. The only thing that and I don't know if there's an easy answer for this, but, you know, I go through all this process with Bethwood, with Amity Football, with Milford Pop Warner, I had to go through it, with Bethany Hoops, I had like 4 or 5 background checks last year. I just wish there was some database where it'd be like, alright, you're good for
Yeah, they
Bethwood, you're
won't
good
do-
for
they
here,
won't
you're
do
good
it,
for Amity Pop Warner, you're good for here, so. I know nobody really accepts those things, but it would definitely help us with volunteers, so they're like, and I know who's eligible for all those things, but I don't know if we wanna accept that as, you know, you're cleared for,
What
there
if
a
we
way to
just
get
went
it
with,
like
what's the safe sports, is that one of them, like, isn't there one, like, there's a standardized one? 'Cause I thought
Safe sport is like where we do a lot of stuff like through, I know for like hockey, Mike said.
I've heard of
had
it
to
for
do
hockey, so
like
that's, I
a
mean,
bunch.
I didn't know, is there
So I
something like
think,
that?
like, I need it for baseball too, or something.
Cause I feel like if you just went with a standardized, whatever the protocol is.
yeah, I
think
wish,
that-
I'd like it to be one-stop shopping, cause even with Bethwood, you gotta go to one site to get your coaching education certification, which I don't really wanna require, that's like
Safe Sport
baseball
used to do it
specific
all
training,
through
like,
it.
we don't need that for K through
Yeah.
1 and.
Safe Sport used to do like your trainings plus, like I remember when I was volunteering and there was no glass separating us with kids. they did the background check like on it too, but it's like, I mean, but it's more expensive, like it was $40, like that, like I had to pay to do it. So that, I think it's like, what is it, like flat, like free for us
Yeah.
here.
Background
But here's the
Well,
only,
that's
here's the
not
only
what
problem
we're
with the
gonna-
background
we're
check
never
though,
gonna
and this
do
is what we
it.
have to think about too. If the person got it like 6 months ago and anything happened in the 6 months' time,
Yeah.
it's not like, it's not gonna show, and then we have somebody and we didn't do it, and that's the only down, like, it's like teaching, right?
We
Like,
can't keep.
yeah.
We can't make it
No.
go for every week, you know?
no, what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
I
no, that's not what I'm saying, like, say we use they're like, oh, I got my background check from
Yeah.
football, and it
Right,
was
yeah.
5 months before, 6 months before, and something happened, and we're like, oh, we'll just take that one, it's fine, you said you had it done, but then they got,
Yeah, but if you think about like working in a school, you don't get a background check every year.
No.
no, but that's not what I'm, like, what I'm saying, but like,
No,
I'm
you
saying,
get
like,
hired,
are we
yeah,
comfortable
accepting
saying you
someone
had
else's,
something from
yeah.
another
You can't,
organization
yes.
that
I would be,
oh, I
honestly.
can't, like, if I have a para that went from another job 6 months ago, they still have to go through the fingerprint
It says
check
in
when they come
Connecticut,
somewhere else.
background checks for youth sports coaches, trainers, and volunteers are required at least every 5 years under law.
So speaking of that, I did look at a few
Some do
other,
require annual background checks
I
though.
looked at some other
Yeah,
towns,
we're gonna-
all they have is background checks and fingerprints, like, there's
Yeah.
no, they don't have
Yeah.
to do DCF, they don't have to do safe word,
Yeah.
like, that's literally the
Yeah.
only qualifications for being a coach is fingerprints and background checks.
Yeah.
We could do that, but I would like, given our history, to go a step above, especially with the DCF, cause it's so accessible, so if we wanna say we just do those 3 things, fingerprints, background checks, DCF,
I think-
online report, online mandated reporter,
I think
Yeah.
that's, I think
And that
that's
it could be 3, like, the last 3 years,
cause you get 2 at the
That's not-
same
yeah,
time,
yeah.
like fingerprints and background check is done through Chupai
yeah,
simultaneously,
And the
there's not much to
DCF thing,
that.
as long as they can print out the certificate of
DCF.
completion
Yeah,
within
it's
3
easy.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
And then, I don't know, last year, I believe that the town maintained the files for the coaches, so like, anybody who was from last year should have their DCF
I have a
certificate
lot
of
of DCF ones, I
completion.
had people send it to me, so I
Yeah.
have covered it in.
So we could, like, just check to see if there are new
Yeah.
people, just like kind of make sure, but I do think that it makes sense to do the background and fingerprints really.
yeah,
Definitely. Yeah. Alright.
I think that's gonna be policy anyways.
that's what I was gonna say, that's what Jen was saying,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so fingerprints and background checks yearly, DCF within 3 years.
So DCF mandated reporter training, is that, I don't know if there's any other ones they have, but.
No,
for
yeah.
specific.
that's good.
Yeah,
And then are we gonna still do like the youth protection training as part of like the coaches meeting?
how often do you
A
have
lot
to do
of
that?
stuff is-
We really don't, there's no standard, we just do it
Yeah.
together, so people were happy to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I
Yeah,
mean,
but a lot of that stuff is covered.
The kids aren't even left there, you know, they're with
Yeah.
their parent too, so.
Yeah,
I think that's a big difference as well. I mean, what did you end up doing for Park and Rec? Oh, for the summer. Like the summer camp program,
For,
like a
The
minor
youth-
protection or whatever.
well, we had DCF
DCF
come in,
So you did that, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we just do the DCF, I think we're fine.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
good. Keep it simple, more
Yeah.
volunteers and we're covered.
I'm just gonna look at some of these sites just to see what kind of training they have, like for safety and stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'm gonna also see what we offer here through the town and see if we can do something like that too.
Well, I don't know if the town has anything, I think that's.
No, we do. We have
Yeah, they
training
got
now.
stuff.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
training,
Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, okay.
Yeah, there was a whole suite of trainings,
Yeah, we also get,
yeah, for the fall, or for the summer rather.
yeah,
Well, I knew for you guys, I knew there was summer camp, but I didn't know, I didn't know the rest of the
yeah,
town
yeah,
was
no,
doing it.
everybody has to do it now.
Some new things. No, I was just bluffing. I have 2 children.
And they have different things that we choose.
And I work in
Yeah,
schools,
yeah.
yeah, so I feel like, I'll just turn it towards you, I don't even think about it. There's no bubble.
I just assumed we were at. if I
Like for
was
summer
talking
camp,
with
they have
that game,
playground,
yeah, yeah.
so.
And then, I don't know
Oh, I just have to change the date, I
trying to
guess.
think what
Yeah.
other questions I have.
if there will be any changes, I'm just looking through like the policies from last year. So like we
There
did
would be one that
say,
says you would talk to the coordinator or you, but I guess now, right?
Yeah, it would go to the,
Any issues, you remember it was for
Yeah.
you or?
Oh, you mean actually in the handbook?
yeah, so like, in the background check, it says DCF and criminal background checks required.
Right,
Um,
drop off and pick up, quick conduct. So there's probably links of some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
so the
Oh, there's
complaint
complaint
procedure,
Yeah.
Nicole, is on page 5.
So you can take your name out of there, right? And-
Yeah.
Right, so that's gonna change. Well,
Right.
yeah, I have to go and make some changes.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah,
We can
let
make changes
Nicole
and
take
bring
a
them
look
to
at it
the, and
see.
bring them to
Yeah.
the next meeting
Yeah,
to
exactly.
approve them.
the problem is
Oh,
their
yeah,
next
for
meeting,
registration, yeah.
it'll already,
Yeah,
Yeah, but when are they getting the handbook? Are they getting the handbook after they registered?
It would be
Because,
linked on my rec, I
Right.
think, their
the goal
registration.
is to
Yeah.
link this in
Oh.
my rec.
well, I mean, if it's just the changing
Yeah,
of the
but you-
names, does
but-
it have to be approved?
I was gonna say, but like, think about like a board of it, like when you have the policies, you have to wait till it gets approved before you put it up on the site, so we keep those keep them on now, but we're making
Yeah, but
adjustments
all we're
and
changing
approve,
is like
that's what I'm saying.
names, right,
Yeah, so what I'm saying is it's fine, like, it's fine in there, cause that's,
So you're gonna take out your name and then take out the basketball coordinator, just put Nicole and Mike, or?
Yeah. I wanna leave Jen's name.
I mean, nobody called me last year, so it's fine.
yeah.
Nicole
No.
me.
It's cause you were there.
I think that's, it looks like it's, I mean, I didn't read through it thoroughly, but it doesn't look like there's much to change. Right?
We did a lot.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we did a ton,
Yeah, hours.
yeah. And then like Vin redlined it and sent it all back to us. So, yeah,
First,
I don't think that there'll be a ton more that we need to get tweaked in there.
And it was 7 pages, right? 'Cause that's what I have.
Mm-hmm.
is that the one that's shared with, is that Word or is that?
This is in Word, yeah, I don't know why. But I can like put it up into Word.
Alright. Wanna talk about the Quinnipiac game? Okay, so January 4th, we got tickets for the Quinnipiac game. We have to get at least 60. The normal price for a ticket to Quinnipiac is $15, the group price is 10, so we'll still charge 15, we'll make $5, not much. Even if we have up to 100 they reserve for us. And we're able to play a little game at halftime on the court. So I was thinking I just didn't know how to choose who's gonna play in that game. So we discussed maybe, like the first 14 or 15 kids from 5th and 6th grade who register and buy tickets, they would be the ones who play in the game at halftime. And everybody else just gets to cheer them on. So that's, yeah, January 4th, it's Sunday, 2 p.m. Nicole said we should be able to just sell the tickets directly through MyRec. And then whatever proceeds we make, so we give Quinnipiac theirs and then the rest stays in the, I guess towards the hoops fund and be a party or whatever we want to go to.
What happens if we don't sell 60?
We pay for 60,
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say, that's my only concern, like, if we don't sell 60.
I mean, we're opening this up to everybody
Right,
from K1 through 4th, 5th, and 6th, so I don't think it'll be a problem.
I hope not, and the tickets are super reasonable.
Yeah,
Like, I think this school had a hard time when they sold tickets to the one up at Mohegan. The tickets were also like $70 on to drive to the casino.
Yeah.
But like, they were like, I think, down to the wire, because they kept advertising it and like,
Discount.
right? They're like, now the tickets are $25. So, okay, any discussion about that? Nicole, is there anything that precludes us from being able to do a fund, like a little bit of like a fundraiser? Do we have to disclose?
Probably, I think we probably should,
Right,
but I can find out from Leslie.
okay.
What's that, like the ticket
That is
prices?
Yeah, I just don't know, like, is there any policy or practice that prevents the organization from doing something that's a fundraiser? I don't know. But like, that's something we should find out before we just say like, hey, we're gonna run this fundraiser.
I just, why would it be?
I don't know.
Oh,
I have no
okay.
idea. I mean, to my knowledge, Park and Rec has not ever done a fundraiser before. So I just
So isn't
don't,
the Harvest Festival raising funds for the baskets that they're doing?
but the Harvest Fest isn't Park and Rec.
No, but it's a town, but it's a town thing, that's so, like, it would be a town thing, not a Parks and Rec thing, right? So, I'm just saying,
Right. But I
so
feel
we
like,
might be good.
right. But I do feel like we should just
Yeah.
check
Yeah.
to make sure that, like, that's okay to do. I would just hate to say that we're gonna do it and then, like, we find out afterwards that,
Yeah,
I don't know if there's a policy, but right, like, I feel like we should just double check it first. Nicole, is there something, so that this doesn't kind of like fall on you, like, do you want us to run it through?
we should probably ask Sal,
Last time we
Because I
did,
was
last
told
time we
yesterday
did
we
something like
should
this, I just.
not be putting everything on Nicole.
Yeah. So do you want us to meet, we could like bring it to Sal?
Sure.
I don't know, I think it's a pretty easy conversation. Hey,
Yeah.
Can we run a
Yeah.
fundraiser for Bethany?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would they say, I just
I-
don't understand why they would say
that-
no, but-
And Craig, I'm not saying that they're going to,
Yeah,
but
no,
I
I can't-
do
I
worry
can't
a
foresee
little
it.
bit.
Doing extra work, I don't know. I
Right.
just-
We don't
But
wanna step on
I do worry
toes.
a little bit, correct, that like,
And the last
somebody
time we
will
did
then
this,
come
I
back
ran
and
it
say-
myself, and then just, whatever was left, I gave to, I bought shirts for the coaches, and whatever was left, well, there was nothing left. We just spent it all, but I could do this.
I don't know what you
Change it to
mean,
my-
you didn't do this for hoops. Like, you didn't do this for Park and Rec.
2 years ago, it wasn't for Park and Rec, it was
Right.
just like an informal thing,
Got it, but so I think like now we're saying
This
like
would be
this is
better
Park
to-
and Rec.
centralize it, yeah.
Right, so I think if we're gonna say like this is like a Park and Rec sanctioned thing, we should just make sure that we're not bumping into any practices or policies at the town that are gonna like be messy.
You said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, cause we might have to say like it's offsetting the cost of.
Correct, right, like I don't know if there's gonna be something that they want like on the flyer, I mean, I think it's a fantastic idea. I just don't
Again,
want
we're
it to,
It's not gonna make a lot of money.
right, it's not like
Yeah.
we're raising thousands and thousands of
Right.
dollars, but I just don't want it to blow back then after the fact, because we didn't ask for consent beforehand, and we know from past experiences that sometimes we get our hands smacked if we don't ask for permission first.
Did you reach out to her, Nicole?
So do you wanna reach out to Sal about it?
I thought that. was-
Okay. And just confirm that like we have the blessing to do that.
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know if the funds from it need to go into like a separate line.
Well, if it's going through my rec,
Well,
then it
yeah.
automatically.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, that sounds perfect. Okay, so you're gonna reach out to Sal, just to double check it.
Send them a survey, yeah.
That sounds perfect. That sounds perfect. Again, I'm not trying to be difficult, I just, like, you know, this is our first time doing some of these
Right,
pieces,
yeah.
right? And like honestly, like even with the, like the fund that Coach Tom, right, wants to set up, like, we just have to make sure that we go through the proper channels to make sure that like we're doing whatever the town wants us to do with those things.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't know that the town knows what they want us to do with those things yet. Cause they're things that haven't ever been done before, but like, they're creating policies as
Yeah, and
things
that's,
come
I'd
up.
really like to
Yeah,
put that announcement out with the registrations, that way if any kids wanna register but need the funds.
Right.
That they know about it, so if we could get this done, I don't know. I know you sent the email to Leslie, I don't know if she responded to you, and I wasn't on it, like, but,
No, I talked to her one day this week and she said she was trying to get an answer. So, which means we
so,
gotta, the days are counting down.
yeah.
right. So do you want, so I don't know if it makes just more sense to maybe try to schedule a meeting like with Sal and Leslie and like kind of tag team both topics at the same time. Because I do feel especially like for something like that, where we're talking about a substantial sum of money.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wanna make sure nobody's dipping into it, it's not.
Right, and like
I know
just like
exactly
whatever
what
like
that-
And what the
regulations
process,
and
yeah.
stuff that they want us to make sure that we're following.
yeah, and we'll have to
Yeah.
put together like, what,
So it would be like applying for a scholarship,
yeah,
basically.
and what are
What
the,
are the,
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay. All right. All right, so with the fundraiser, Craig is going to meet. And then same thing, I think, for the Coach Tom Fund.
yeah, Craig too, if you want, just let me know when
Yeah.
it could happen with you.
And then I wonder too, if Vin has like sample processes from like other towns that he's worked in
Right,
that we could like kind of take and tweak. Do you want me to email him about that? To see if, about like the application
Yeah.
process, the qualifications.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I'm happy to email him to see if he can share anything with us.
yeah, and if you strike out, then I can probably reach out to some of the other towns to see,
Right, if they have anything.
yeah.
Okay.
I apologize, I got a new iPad and I don't know how to use it.
Don't worry about it.
It's not an annoying
No,
sound.
no.
it's a nice,
Alright,
Could be
hopefully
a
those
little
aren't all emails popping through.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to listen to it all day, though.
That's true, sorry. So tomorrow, the first thing you're gonna do is teach her how to turn the volume
Yeah.
off.
Or I'll hide it,
In her car, so you don't have to hear.
my car.
Cause I was gonna say, if you put it in her desk, it's just gonna echo.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll email Vin about the Coach Tom Fund and see if he has anything. I'll copy the two of you on that email. And then Craig, you're gonna set up a meeting with Sal and Leslie and Nicole
yeah,
to talk
let's
about.
see, Friday afternoon, you think? People cut out of here early on Fridays?
Do I?
No,
Oh,
general.
no, I don't think so.
Okay,
I know Leslie is leaving for vacation now, so
Right,
I'm not sure Friday or Monday.
you're not sure if she's leaving Friday or Monday? Or
Right.
Friday, okay.
He's gonna send
I'm
me.
hoping it rains tomorrow on football practice.
I think you're gonna get lucky with that. Okay, so let's just kind of go back, because we grouped a whole bunch of stuff together for hoops. So we talked through the registration dates, everybody was on board with those. We're changing the closing date to November 1st. We talked through the eligibility process for the coach. It sounds like there's also some kind of additional guidance that'll be coming out from the town as far as like the volunteer forms and those pieces that will be new this year. But our past practices were in line with those pieces anyway. We have all of the sponsorships, which is amazing. Craig, could you email those names to?
I just like texting, yeah, or
Okay.
the sponsorship name?
Yeah, I'm just thinking like if we send them to Emily, then like she could send a thank you note. I mean, we did that last year.
We also made, we made sponsor plaques,
Where-
yeah,
Yeah.
so they had the team picture.
Right, that's
Yeah.
nice too,
Yeah.
okay.
That fundraiser will help pay for the cost of those things.
Correct,
It almost might cover them, if we sell all the tickets, that may cover them all.
right, I love it.
So it's
Okay.
not for profit.
And then we've got the fundraiser that we're gonna follow up with Sal and Leslie about, and then the, Coach Tom Fund. Okay, is there anything else with that piece?
Nope, not with that.
Okay, Nicole, did you have anything else?
Just checking my notes.
So one final thing about the scheduling, I put in, the request for these things in March, for the gym this year. And then that was through School Dude, and then they switched
It's a new thing.
something called FMX, I think. So it erased all of my, requests, and I had to go back and put them in. And I can't put them in past 120 days, so I've been going in like every week and it's like going more and more, so nobody jumps in on those, but I also sent a message to the head of maintenance, Steve.
Steve Martoni.
And I just said, please reserve these, like, we did what we had to do, and, but I'm just hoping nothing catastrophic happens as far as the reservations, but I don't, it's not gonna,
That's fair, right, that's fair.
So going back to the Team Snap versus the Sports Engine, we're just gonna stay with what we know, or?
See, yeah, I mean, that's what we use for Bethwood, so a lot of people already have the app and, that's what we used last year, so
Team Snap.
everybody's already,
Okay.
everybody's kind of already uploaded who's gonna be returning. And we just did that for the 4th, 5th, and 6th, boys and girls.
Like, 'cause there was a limit to how many kids we could use with it, right?
Yeah, I wanna say like 75 or something.
Right.
Is there a reason why we can't use Google? Or is it a security issue?
What do you mean?
Well, this stuff's a
Scheduling
schedule.
and for hoops.
Like to reserve the gyms,
No, for,
or like just for
Like the parents,
communication?
instead of using TeamSnap, use Google.
Because I know they have a lot of different functions on there as far as communicating and putting schedules and.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would say stick with this one for now, and then you guys spend like the, like the next, some time researching it, right? So, if you find something else, like even when you guys go to that conference too, like, whatever you find for any,
Cause
for
I know you
anything
guys were
too.
talking too about
'Cause right now
like
they-
some of the pain points with
Yeah.
using my rec for communication and
Yeah.
looking for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
Like I
met
wonder,
with was it Rec Deck? Mike,
Yeah,
that we met,
one of
yeah,
them. We met
and
with
that,
two so far.
Yeah,
yeah.
cause maybe there's something like that you
I
guys
really
can
did
use
like
for
Yeah.
This is a, like,
everything.
competitor of my rep.
Like
Yeah.
registration, communication, like setting
Yeah.
up different like teams and groups in it.
or even like for next meeting, like look, like, cause you don't need we don't need whatever it is right now, right? Like that happened, so maybe like if you guys find something between now and when,
We wouldn't use it until
Yeah,
December.
yeah, so like if you guys find something between now and then, like bring it to the meeting and
Yeah,
show us,
when we
cause,
have to re-up that, probably not until November, I would
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Leslie said she just got something for the renewal.
Yeah, I got something about the renewal. Yeah, we wouldn't have to make a decision yet, and I don't know if
Yeah.
you could figure out how Google, I like Google, but calendars always mess me up.
I know. I like having the cat, although I like when it syncs to your phone better too, like some of them don't.
Yeah.
Snakes, like syncs to all.
Yeah. Okay. And that's the end of our agenda for tonight, unless
But
anybody had
can we-
anything that they
Can
wanted
we,
to
yeah,
add.
we wanna bring up something, a potential, like, talk about the potential for an admin assistant, like a part-time admin assistant.
So I just need a motion to add an agenda item. to
Can I
talk
make a
about it.
motion to
Of
add?
course you can.
Second.
All in favor? Aye, okay. So we're talking about adding an admin assistant.
Yeah, like a part-time,
It's like a 19.5 hour kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
20 hours.
sure, yeah, an hourly, like, just because of,
All the paperwork.
Yes.
you know,
I know
The
it's a
paperwork
lot.
is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the kids part of it.
so I don't know,
And
like,
making sure that we have everything and checking all the Ts and dotting all the Is
Yeah.
and just.
Yep.
and maybe like there's a way to look at the like, I know the budget was like planned out, but maybe there's a way to look at it and see is there's things that we were ahead of, that maybe we have like the funds to cover from the budget, or like,
Either way,
Yeah.
wouldn't we need to put that in a new budget? Like how would we?
so we would need to, like, it's talking about it here, if we wanna then bring it to like the selectmen meeting to,
Yeah.
however, which way it works, but
I know that
talking
there
about it.
was one point when we were talking with Leslie, shortly after you got hired, maybe right around the time, Mike, that you got hired, about whether or not there was room in that budget for a third, even at that point, we were talking about a third full-time
Right,
staff member.
yeah,
And Leslie's feeling at that time was that, yes, there was.
yes.
Because of the way that we had structured like the head counselors and like the head lifeguard and things like
Right,
that, like
yeah.
some of those things that we didn't end up filling
Right,
this year.
Right, and that's what, yeah, we talked about
So
that,
we
those
could do
things
that,
were,
that would make sense.
yeah. kind of looking at how to move that around and see if it's an option, but we have to bring it to the selectmen,
Okay,
right? Isn't that, and then Jen could probably, if Jen, I don't know if Jen's listening, but she was talking to us a little bit about it yesterday, but trying to figure out if we were in agreement that we thought that that was something that was needed and how we would be able to then bring it to the selectmen, because they all have to vote too on it or something like that.
And I
All three of them, 'cause-
drafted a
Yeah.
description.
yeah,
What would the hourly rate be for it?
Honestly, I mean,
Would they determine that?
we didn't really discuss a rate yet.
Would it be like similar to, that would probably be like a finance thing as to what,
right, like.
It
what the-
normally is?
Well, I mean,
For
but I think
that.
we'd have to figure that out because, 20-hour position, at $20 an hour is a big difference than 20-hour position at 40, you know what I mean?
Right.
but I think you'd look at, like, there's other admin assistants like here,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
so we're not making up a
What's
number
kind
on
of the
that,
going rate
yeah,
that
like
the
what's,
town
yeah,
is
Keep it
paying
consistent, yeah.
For
Yeah.
someone doing that sort
Yeah.
of work.
yeah, yeah.
Where would this be posted, is it gonna, on the,
I think that they would post it wherever they kind of typically post things for the town, so I feel like they do Indeed, we could post it through the CRPA.
Yeah.
Um,
But first, we'd have to get it approved by the board of,
Somebody specifically with like this type of knowledge with my rec
So
and
Jen-
rec, whatever like that.
Jen said it would have to be a clerk rate to match the rest of the town hall, and the
Yeah.
selectmen would need to approve to move forward.
yep,
and I think like they're, like, I guess we'd have to, right, and their meeting is it next week or the week after?
I think the first week October maybe?
Yeah. Because I know, like, Salis has all three of them voting on everything, so
yeah, which makes
that's
sense.
like, so we have them all together at that point in time, otherwise we'll have to wait until November.
Right, so I guess my wondering is that something?
October 7th.
Is that something that as a commission, we have to recommend, or that like you, Nicole, as a department chair, go to Leslie and Sal and say, hey, our department has grown exponentially.
Right. Well, I know
That's a good
that,
question.
I don't know exactly. 'cause
Yeah.
I've never had to do this before, but
Right.
Yeah.
I know I've talked to Leslie about it. I know that Jen has talked to Sal about it,
Right,
so, I'm not sure.
I'm sure you have
Right.
this, but the justification will be because how many kids, I would assume, correct? In between summer
Kids
camp.
programming,
right, and the fact
And
that
what the,
like we're,
what the camp, what the program brought in, because I know that's gonna be obviously a question, so.
Yeah, of course.
managing the
It's,
paperwork for
Right, and I think-
new hires.
right, I think the big difference between now and previously is that like, actually all the paperwork is getting, right? Like, paperwork's actually all getting collected, paperwork is all
Yeah.
actually being
Yeah.
checked for completion.
Yeah.
And
Like-
people are paying,
Yeah.
so
Correct,
that's
right,
helpful
like-
with having
Yeah,
an
yeah,
admin assistant
yeah,
where things
yeah.
didn't happen before, so
Yeah.
now we
The
can.
staff training and
Yeah.
onboarding
Cost
is
benefit.
significantly more
Yeah.
intense than it used to
Yeah.
be when it was catch
Yeah.
as catch can.
How many did we budget for before after school too, when we did the budget? Do you remember? Like, I'm wondering if that number's up too, in the sense of to cover
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out
expenses.
right now, because, so she said, keep in mind it has to go to Board of Finance after Board of Selectmen, and Board of
Yeah.
Finance can reject it.
Yeah,
Yes, I know when we were doing the budget though, right, like those were conversations that we were having, because originally our budget proposal that we did before you came on board included a full-time admin, or either a full-time or a part-time admin assistant.
yeah.
Because we did think that
Think
like
that
the
there'd be something,
paperwork
yeah.
piece was probably
Yeah.
going to end up
Right.
being quite a bit. And if you were gonna have somebody who was like involved in the program all the time, like you can't be in two places at once.
Right,
And I think especially if we're talking about adding programming for adults as well, that's just another layer of booking things and checking paperwork and making sure contracts are signed
Right.
and.
are you taking over rentals at some point, taking back rentals at some point too, of like the,
I don't know.
cause that would be
We haven't had
another
that
added
discussion yet.
thing of why we need it, yeah, I don't know,
right
yeah,
now finance is doing it,
yeah,
so I don't know what.
yeah,
But yeah, like, there's also talk of us taking over, and I don't know how big of a job it is, the passes for the summer for the Veterans Park.
yeah, I mean, so that's a clerical thing that,
you know, and Mike and I, we wanna make sure that we continue to keep the programs the way they are, and like,
Yeah.
just the curriculum alone for the after-school program is a lot.
Yeah,
And then we are physically here
In the program.
yeah,
in the program,
yeah,
so, I mean, you got
I
to
mean,
see
sometimes you guys are
firsthand
yeah.
how we have to like drop
Yeah.
everything and just
it
go.
was busy,
Yeah.
yeah.
When did we get to get the gator? I mean, it's-
Thankfully, everything was good though.
I haven't talked to Dave about that.
So,
Do we have to, like, and maybe us backing it is a good thing, and do we, I mean, yeah, so who then brings it, so who brings it to the selectmen, is
I mean,
it,
I guess we could vote on it and then,
if they were in favor of it or not, yeah,
right, and then we could send like a formal correspondence to
Yeah.
Sal and the other two selectmen
Yeah.
and say, the commission is in favor of, we'd like this to be added to your next meeting
why
agenda.
don't we do that?
yeah,
I mean, then we've at least taken
Yeah.
action on it.
yeah,
And then I would think maybe Nicole, for that next meeting, assuming that they put it on the agenda, like it would be, to Dave's point, just bringing kind of like the numbers of,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
yeah,
wanna have backup.
right, I
Yeah.
mean, we all
I
know
won't
it's,
put together a 20-page presentation, I promise.
I mean,
I
I'll
thought
tell you,
your,
Yeah,
I thought your
sure, but you know-
presentation was really good.
Just to explain how much it's brought in differently, part of that, I think, is just the fact that, hey, because somebody's actually collecting the funds,
right,
it's made substantially more than it did for that reason. And, having an admin assistant will allow that to happen,
correct.
Yeah,
something.
and including like the hiring, like piece and collecting information and being able to follow up with emails and changes and MyRec,
Yeah,
there are a lot of things that are going on.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And,
keeping it
yeah,
done properly.
making sure people get their fingerprints,
Yes.
right.
yeah,
And I was gonna say, this is all still with us not looking at the licensing piece, like if we were to
Yeah.
ever
yeah,
really
yeah.
go that route,
Yeah.
I know,
right,
Yeah.
like that's a significant,
right,
and I wanna
Increase in
have the
people.
time to look at that stuff
Right.
and
Right.
research and do
Right.
those
Right.
things.
right, and having somebody who does like the day-to-day
Mhm.
paperwork piece
Right,
would be,
right.
okay. So, the motion then would be for us to vote, to recommend that the Board of Selectmen consider hiring, a part-time
Yes.
admin assistant for the Park and Rec Department.
Now, you said hourly, like, would that mean it might change, like, during registration periods where it might be, here's it, or is it gonna be consistent 20 hours a week?
wouldn't it be, we were saying like consistent at, well, so I think what we were saying is to start with part-time, and then as we get into developing the budget for the look at if we need to bump it to full-time, because we can, because
Full-time.
yeah, but like it's easier to start with like the part-time aspect of things and then kind of go, like then build the budget around, unless we
Because
built the
budget
budget around it.
process, I feel like we started in December
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah, exactly,
So if we started with a part-time
Yeah.
now and then kind
July,
of
like,
look to see.
yeah,
Right.
Right. I mean, the nice part is
Anything
like you'll
would be
have
helpful right
lived
now.
Yeah.
everything almost a
Yeah.
full year by budget
Yeah.
time. So you'll have a better idea of kind of what you need
Yeah.
right,
in that budget.
So it's this happy first day in the office.
We're never taking it down.
I'm never
Yeah.
taking
It's
it
like
off.
Groundhog Day.
I'm always thinking
Happy,
it's my
happy.
It's
first
Groundhog Day.
day.
Yeah.
It's Groundhog Day. That's what that is.
50 first days.
Yeah. Okay, so any other discussion? Otherwise, we need somebody to make a motion and somebody to second, making a recommendation to the Board of Selectmen that we add a part-time admin assistant to the department.
make a motion,
You're making the motion, Jean?
yeah, I'll make the motion,
Perfect, second,
Second.
any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes unanimously. So I'll write an email and send it to Seth. Yes.
on the agenda, it says Halloween costume collection, what's that?
Oh, I forgot about
Okay,
that.
sorry, I just saw
I'm
that.
glad, cause I
You asked
didn't,
the teacher for homework?
so I saw
Type of
something the
costumes I
other
can get rid of.
day that Beecher in Woodbridge, I think it's their PTO,
Mm.
was organizing like a Halloween costume collection. So they like literally just collected old
Yeah.
Halloween costumes and then like put them out one afternoon and
Like
people could just
across
come.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. It's nice to clean up
Um,
your closet like that.
Our kids are all tattered.
Yes, sometimes they're a little rough.
Yeah,
It does not have to be something that we take on at this juncture, but I just saw it the other day and thought it was a really neat idea. Also seems like a relatively easy lift, also seems like something that like as a commission we could do, if we wanted to, so I just threw it on there.
Can we put it out quick enough to say bring it to Trunk or Treat, or a Harvest Festival, sorry,
Harvest
Harvest Festival? Sure.
Oh, like you can bring your
Maybe
costumes
like-
to Harvest Fest and
Yeah.
have a bin there?
Yeah,
We could, yeah. And I was thinking even here, like you could just put something, like you guys had all the summer camp
Yeah.
leftovers.
Yeah.
Like we could just put like a donation box out. We could probably even put one at the school. And then it would just be literally picking a date and
Yeah, putting it out.
putting them out. So,
the sooner the better.
right, but before like, obviously we need to just talk about that.
There was a hot conversation today, what are they gonna be found?
Correct, right, that's what, it's coming up. So is it something we wanna take on this year? Is it something that feels like it's too much right now and we wanna think about maybe for next
Might be a
year?
little too late at this point,
And it's,
to collect it and then get it out in time.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
Halloween.
the kids, a lot of the kids already like chose what they were telling us what they are gonna be.
Yeah,
But we can say, hey, when Halloween's done,
right,
Bring
save your
your-
costume.
Yeah.
I don't know that we wanna collect them yet, cause I'm going to figure out a
Yeah.
space to store them all year.
We could put them in our big
well,
closet.
mice need somewhere to burrow for that.
For the winter. That's true. So why don't I'll put it on as like something to revisit
Yeah.
next year, but like earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for actually printing it and seeing the one that had that extra note.
I had like my phone, I was like,
That's cute as well. Okay. Anything else?
Need a motion to adjourn?
Yep,
yeah.
8:13.
second.
Woohoo, I think that
That
might
might
be
be our
earliest.
fastest,
Earliest.
that might
Yeah.
literally be our fastest meeting ever. Awesome. All right, we are officially adjourned.
Bye, Mike.
8:13. Bye, Mike,
Bye,
have a
Mike.
good night.
Take care.
Bye. Thanks, Jen.
Ah,
Okay.
Do we? How did I stop?
Do you want me to put the notes into the little format? Do you want to